I think I'm on. Hi YouTube, it's Andrew from moneymental.co.uk, the website that you can see in front of you, which is dedicated to money and mental health. This is my second time of filming, so I'm probably going to be a little bit quicker with this, but you won't appreciate that because you weren't here to see the first video that disappeared. Anyway, I'm coming at you today with an eBay sales update. I'm giving you details of what I sold week commencing the 18th of February. It's just a selection of my sales. I'll tell you what I sold. I'll tell you what I got it from. I'll tell you how much I paid, and I'll give you a rough idea of how much profit I made on each item, in the hope that it gives you some inspiration for the kind of things to look out for if you're reselling currently or considering reselling in the future. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Item number one, Swissy, I think that's how you say it, women's Ultivite vitamins. I was picking these up from Home Bargains for 99p for a box of 30, and then I just bundle them up into boxes of 4 and sell them for £11.99 including shipping. Oddly, I did have a complaint from somebody. I'd collaged these pictures, so it's a stock photo of one, and I collaged them into a picture of 4, and then somebody complained to me that I'd stolen their picture. No, I haven't. This is all my own work, and it took me ages, believe me, to work out how to do it. I wish I had stolen your picture because it would have been a lot quicker. But yeah, anyway, this cost me, it cost 4. This was about £3.96. Sells for £11.99, including shipping. There's about a £3-4 profit in these. I tend to sell them for £12.99. I think I've just reduced these by £1 because I wanted the quick sale. But yeah, these Swissy Ultivites sell well, so if you see them out in the wild, you can get them low enough in price and then bundle them together. You'll make a few pounds profit. So next item, a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, sort of vintage corgi model. This one was absolutely shot to pieces. It's missing pretty much everything that you could pull off it had been pulled off it, apart from the sort of metal bits. But yeah, so these wings are supposed to come out, they didn't come out, and all sorts were wrong with it. But I'd picked it up as part of a bundle of die-cast vehicles. It worked out, this cost me £5, I think, when I broke down the bundle. So I had a look for, is it even worth selling it, or is it, because I do kind of keep these things as well. And I could see on the soles they were going for, somebody had achieved 12 for one. But I thought, if I take, quite a lot of pictures of it, then maybe I'll get a sale. So I listed it high at £16.99, and somebody bought it. Within a few days of being listed it spares repair as a restoration project, and yeah, £5 into £16.99. I'm happy with that. That gives me a sort of £7-8 profit after fees and postage. So yeah, not bad really, and push the market up a bit as well. Next, piece of retail arbitrage again. For those who don't know, by the way, retail arbitrage is where I pick something up from a retail shop, and then sell it on the internet for a profit. This was something I picked up from Home Bargains. This Star Wars official Stormtrooper drinking sort of pint glass. It cost me 99p. Picked up 2 to 99p each. I've sold one for £9.99 including shipping, and I've got one more to sell. So yeah, probably about a £4 profit in that, so I'm happy with that. I imagine the other one will probably hang around for a bit until the next Star Wars film comes out, but that's fine because I'm already in profit, so I'm just happy to let it sit there. Next, this was a car boot pickup, brand new and sealed copy of Rapido. It cost me either £1 or £2, we'll say £2 at the car boot. Had this listed for a couple of months. I thought it was going to probably hang around until Christmas, but then somebody offered me £16 for it, so I thought, why not take it? May as well just take the money now, and £16 from 2 is a good profit. It's probably about £9 profit, so I'm happy with that. I'll take that all day long. Next, is this Weird Fish t-shirt, 2XL or XXL size, which is a good size to look out for and pick up in clothing, men's clothing anyway. Yeah, the pictures are absolutely terrible on this. This is on my old camera phone. It just, I don't know, just seemed to give up the ghost when it came to taking pictures. So yeah, terrible pictures, terrible lighting, which explains why I had it hanging around for ages. So long, in fact, that I eventually just accepted an offer of £10.50 for it, which still represented a £5 profit for me, but was less than it should have gone for. If I still had it now with my new camera phone, I'd retake some pictures and put it back on, and I'd have probably got the £14.99 for it. But at the time I didn't have that opportunity, so I was happy to take £10.50, and that gave me about a £5 profit, which it cost me a couple of pounds. So, you know, happy with that in the end. This I've included just to show that videos sell. I picked up a massive, like the contents of an ex-rental video store for £25. So I have got literally thousands of videos that I've been working my way through, and I sell maybe 4 or 5 a month, and I can make varied amounts of profit. The least profit I make is £2.50 on per video, and I picked these up months ago, so I am well into profit. I've made well over £100 worth of sales, so I've more than doubled my money after fees and such like, and I've still got hundreds and hundreds to list. I'm just focusing on listing the kids ones at the minute, getting those listed, Disney ones, etc., because those are the ones that tend to sell well individually. I have listed a few adult ones as well that have sold, but I say adult, I mean, so, you know, not kids ones basically, that have sold as well. But yeah, the main focus is getting on getting the kids ones listed. But yeah, it just shows that videos do sell, and you can make a bit of profit on them, but you really only want to be trying, if you can, try and pick them up for free or a few pennies. I mean, these cost me, this would work out, was about 2-3 pence, maybe 5 pence at most. So yeah, £2.50 profit from that, which is fine. This is something I picked up as part of my £3,000 charity shop challenge, where I've basically invested £80 in stock. I'm selling that stock, reinvesting the money I make from it, or half the money I make from it, into buying more stock. The other half goes into a savings, with the aim of me saving up £3,000 so I can go on holiday to America. And this is one of those items that I picked up as part of that initial haul. Cost me £4, took an offer, sold it for £20, probably a bit lower than I should have, but you know, happy just to free up the funds, put a bit of money in a savings, more money to reinvest, and £4 is slightly more than I like to pay for these as well. So yeah, it was sort of a compromise, but it gave me, you know, sort of £9 profit, so I'm happy with that at the end of the day. Considering it also had damage to it, it was missing the fuel cap there, and it is missing one of the wing mirrors. As you can see there isn't a wing mirror. So yeah, these vintage Barbie cars tend to go quite well, so you know, if you can see these out in the wild for £1 or £2, pick them up. Just make sure that it says, I'll try and get a print picture for you, make sure that it does say Barbie there, and it is made by Mattel. You always have the Mattel logo at the front. Usually it's underneath, which I'll show you there. You can just about make it out. But yeah, you can pick those up for £1 or £2. You will make money on them. Next, another piece of retail arbitrage. Picked up a few of these Pokemon Sleeping Cyndaquils. This was my last one that I had. I paid £5.99 home bargains for them. I've been shipping them out for £18.99, including postage, making about £7-8 profit on each one. So really good return. Always, if you double your money or more on retail arbitrage, you're doing well. So yeah, happy with those. Don't think there's any home bargains got them left, but if you do see any, pick them up. List for £18.99. Some good stock photos. I don't even think I put that much effort into the description, to be honest. I literally didn't. I just said it was a brand new unboxed Pokemon toy. So yeah, worth picking up and listing high. Next, this is a Shana sheep figure. I picked up a bundle of figures for £5. This was one of them. I've just been slowly working my way through, listing figures from the bundle here and there. I'm well into profit on that bundle now. So this one sold, I think it was an offer of £2.50 plus the £3.50 postage, so £6 in all. And it was just sort of pure profit on this one. I think it made me about maybe £2.50 postage profit. But yeah, considering it's just more money in the bank to reinvest in something even more profitable, so happy with that. This is a brand new and sealed board game, picked up in Sainsbury's during the sale for £2.50 each. Picked up loads of these. I've been consistently selling them. This actually sold for £12.99, not the £11.69 shown. The one that sold after it sold for £11.69, so I put a 10% sale on just to get rid of some stock and generate some funds. But yeah, £2.50 to £12.99. That's a good £5.50 profit on it, I think, maybe slightly more. So I'm happy with that. Definitely, if you can see brand new and sealed board games of 1,000 pieces or more, I would say don't go for anything smaller. Pick it up. If you get it for £2 or £3, I'd definitely say pick it up, because you probably will get at least £12-13 for it. So yeah, just wanted to share that as a good example of how jigsaw puzzles can sell. I don't touch ones that aren't sealed, to be honest. I'm sure other people do, but I can't bother messing around with stuff that's not sealed when there's so many of these unopened jigsaws that you can pick up anyway. Next, this is a fail. I picked up this frustration game, which I'm frustrated with. Terrible pun. It cost me £4.99 from Home Bargains. I was new to retail arbitrage at the time, so this was like sort of summer last year. I picked it up, sort of naively assumed it would go for about £15 at Christmas time. Obviously it didn't. It didn't even go for £12.99. I eventually had an offer, which is the first and only offer I've ever had on this, for £10, and I bit the person's hand off, yeah, bit the hand off, because I was more than happy to see it go, because I paid too much for it basically. If it's £2.99, probably would have been alright. In the future, if I want to sell something for £14.99 and it's not going as large letter, I will not pay more than £3 for it. But yeah, this cost me £5 in Home Bargains. It sold for 10. That at least gave me money back, and it gave me 61 pence profit after fees and postage, which is okay. Well, no, actually no, that's terrible. What am I saying? That's a terrible profit, but it's okay because it was a profit and not a loss. And I got rid of the game, I got my money back, and now I've got money to reinvest in other things. But yeah, definitely a lesson learned for me there, in terms of not paying too much for stuff, checking the solds as well to see what's sold, what sort of history there is. I think there was one of these that had sold. There's now two because I've sold one, but yeah, stay away. Next, another item as part of the £3,000 charity shop challenge. This Grand Theft Auto. It was a limited edition, which is why I picked it up. It only cost about 86 pence, and I had this limited edition disc. It was only the case, the box and instructions long sort of gone. But yeah, cost 86 pence. Sold it for £8.99. It went as a 79p large letter, so I made a few pounds to put into the charity shop £3,000 challenge fund. So I was happy with that. But yeah, the normal edition doesn't go for as much, so it's only these limited editions that seem to command a price. Next, again, I just sort of included this just to show that even though it's February, sunglasses can sell. These I probably shouldn't have picked up, but I did pick up two of them for £1.50 each. Sort of thinking I could get £8 for them. I couldn't. I could get £6.29 as it turned out for one of them, which is still a profit. You know, it goes as 79p large letter, which is fine because it's only a child's one. So, you know, it gave me a couple of pounds profit, but yeah, I won't bother again, but I have included to show you the fact that you can sell stuff out of season quite easily on it. Well, not easily, but you can sell stuff out of season on eBay, like these sunglasses. So, you know, don't be afraid to list something just because it's not the right season. Next, another item picked up as part of the £3,000 charity shop challenge. This Shoal Professional Manicure Set. It was in really good condition. It had been pack tested by British Heart Foundation, who I picked it up from for a £5, and I sold it on offer for £19, which is about the going rate. These are going for sort of £18 to £20. I always tend to try and list stuff high, because quite often I do get those high prices. But in this case, I was happy to take an offer of £19 and get some more money towards my £3,000 challenge. Definitely worth picking up these small electrical items though, especially if they're pack tested and you can see a decent sales record and from a reputable brand. Next, another piece of retail arbitrage. These Friends mug, picked up from Primark in a Primark sale for £2 each. I think I actually still have some in my local Primark, but I've got loads. I've been selling them for between £10 and £11 fairly consistently. I've now relisted them, so it says free sold. I've actually sold a lot more of these. This is a new listing I created because I wanted to put it on there good till cancelled. Lovely stock picture, stolen from the Primark website, but less said about that the better. But yeah, sold 3 of these for £10.99 each, so from £2, that was about £5 profit on each one, which is fine because, you know, as I say, it all adds up on these multiple listings. I only have to list once and it just sells, so yeah. Next, another retail arbitrage item. Picked up these PJ Masks vehicles, £2.50 in Morrison's. Sold one for £9.99 plus £3.50 postage, so £13.49 in all, which £2.50 is okay. So probably about £6 profit on that. So it's paid for the other one I picked up and left me a bit of profit as well. Still got the other one for sale. I'm in no rush to sell it, so I'm not worried about dropping the price or anything on it because I can quite happily sit on it until Christmas now. It's really small, doesn't take up much space, and I know that they sell. I've had good feedback as well from the buyer on the one that I sold, so that's all good. And then next, this is probably a bit of a bolo. These Nemesis Now figures seem to do quite well. I picked this up. I had no idea what it was. It was in a charity shop for £2.49. They had a load of figures sort of out as sort of part of a display. They're asking sort of £5-6 on each figure, and then this one had a £2.49 sticker on it. So I thought I'll pick it up, have a look at it. It seemed like really good, really detailed. And I saw this sort of logo below it, Nemesis Now, which I'd not heard of. And I thought, you know what, this seems something a bit different. Why not pick it up, take a punt on it? Couldn't find anything. Couldn't find this item, did a Google image search and all sorts, so put it up in the chat chat, and somebody was kind enough there to point out it was the Enchantress of the Forest figure. So that enabled me to do a bit more research on it, pick a price. I went for £24.99, which is probably a bit lower than I should have done. I could maybe have squeezed another few pounds out of it, but I knew at that price I was fairly certain it would sell well, and it sold within a few days of being listed, which is great because I needed some additional funding at the time. So yeah, really happy to sell that from £2.50 into £25, so about £16 profit. So yeah, definitely worth looking out for those Nemesis Now figures, if they're in good condition, I should say. This one was in brilliant condition. The buyer was delighted when he got it. Next is this Disneyland Paris, sort of vintage Lady and the Tramp snow globe. This I picked up at a charity shop for £5.99. I was so excited when I saw it because I knew that these would just go for good money, that I didn't really check its condition properly. And as you can probably see in this picture, it's missing a dog in there, and one of the other dogs is missing an ear, so it's got damage. Underneath, it's supposed to have a thing that you turn to play music. That was broken off. So yeah, it was in a not the greatest of states. If it had been okay, I could have listed it at £129.99 and I would have achieved over £100 for it. In the state that it was in, I thought I'll try it at an auction. Didn't get any bidders, so I put it on a buy it now for £50 with £10 shipping. And then somebody came along and offered £20 for it. So with the £10 shipping, that's £30 in all. I sort of ummed and ahed about it, but I was running low on funds at the time, so I thought, you know what, it's a quick, easy profit, I'll accept the offer. Accepted the offer, and then, as often happens with these lowball offers, I had a message from the buyer wanting to have some extra pictures. So I said, fine, okay, here you go, here's some more pictures, close-ups of damage, etc. And the buyer tried to negotiate me downwards after having already had an offer accepted, saying, oh, with the damage I'd only like to pay £10 plus shipping. So I explained, no, I'm sorry, I've already let it go for far less than I want, because it's gone for, the asking price is £50, you've had it for 20, so I'm afraid I can't lower the price any further. So then buyer comes back and says, how about we meet in the middle at 15? I said, look, I'm sorry, but you've already had an offer accepted at £20 plus shipping. That's the offer that I've accepted. I'm not prepared to negotiate after the offer's been accepted. So then after a couple more messages, the buyer finally agreed to pay. Sent payment through, and then the day that it was delivered, I sent it Royal Mail, £5, because it was a medium-sized parcel. If I'd got closer to full price, I would have gone UPS, sort of 24-hour service, but I was keen to protect my profit margin. So yeah, there was about £16 sort of profit in that, which is okay, Would I have got more of it held out with the damage on it? Possibly not. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, it arrived. The day of arrival, I got a message from the buyer saying it's damaged. I thought, okay, but you knew that when they bought it. So I said, can you send me some pictures of the damage? And to be fair, it turned out that one of the dogs had snapped off, despite, to be fair, being wrapped to an inch of its life in bubble wrap. And I used those pellet things in it as well, parcel pellets and all sorts, and it was double boxed, and it was well packaged, but whatever, that dog had apparently snapped off. So the buyer said, oh, you're given the damage, can I have £5 off? And I was like, okay, so we've already sort of been down this road in terms of you trying to negotiate the price. So I said, look, just send me some pictures of the damage, snow globe as a whole, etc. And it did, and I was expecting that I'd get a picture of something that was not mine, but it did look like mine with similar sort of damage, etc. So it seemed that the buyer had legitimately been damaged. So I replied saying, okay, I can see it's been damaged. If you send the item back to me, if you open a return request on eBay, send the item back to me, I'll arrange a refund. And then I thought some more, and I thought, actually, do you know what? With the further damage that's occurred to it, can I be bothered getting it back and selling it again? Am I going to get anything for it? So I then followed up and I said, actually, I'm happy just to give you the £5 partial refund if you open a case. So I got a message next day from the buyer saying, that's fine, I've spoken to eBay, and eBay say if you send me a payment through PayPal, that'll be okay. And I was like, okay, so you want me to send a payment not through eBay, not through an eBay case, but separately through PayPal to you? No, I'm not doing that, because I will lose my seller protection if I do that. The buyer then opened a case, return case, etc. for it. They returned the item to me. eBay would make me pay the full cost back to the buyer, and I'd be £5 down as well, because they would not take into account that separate PayPal payment. It's nothing to do with them. They can't see the details of that transaction. So I replied to the buyer saying, I'm sorry, I can't do that. So, but as I said, if you open a case in eBay, I will happily do a £5 partial refund for you. And then the next piece of contact from the buyer was feedback left for me, saying how pleased he was with the item. So I don't know, read into that what you will. I think maybe this is a buyer who's opened lots of cases in the past, perhaps, and didn't want to create a sort of track record with eBay, because eBay does monitor these things, and if you've got somebody who consistently opens cases on every item they receive, you won't be staying on eBay very long, because nobody's that unlucky. So yeah, I think that's probably why they're reluctant not to open a case. But either way, as far as I'm concerned now, they've left feedback saying it's great. So if they do open a case from now on, I will just point to eBay. I'll just refuse it and point to the fact that they've left positive feedback, and so I'm sorry, but no. But yeah, just thought I'd share that story with you, because that was one that just annoyed and confused me. And then this next item, again, another vintage Barbie. It's from 2000. It feels hard describing 2000 as vintage, but apparently it is now. Because it was 19 years ago. So yeah, this was a vintage Barbie Volkswagen Beetle. It's had some damage to it. It was missing its wing mirrors. I think from memory there's supposed to be, I'm just going to try and find the picture of the inside. Have I got a picture of the inside? I should have a picture of the inside. Yeah, there where the gear knob is, there's supposed to be a flower that comes out. That's an item that often snaps off. If the flower was still on there, this would be worth twice as much. But there you go. It isn't still on there, hence the picture, and mentioned stuff. There was marks on it and all sorts, all mentioned in the description anyway, and up here in the condition. But yeah, still, people were still achieving sort of £20 for this. I'd paid £5 for it, and I had this key ring, which I have no idea if it was linked to this vehicle or not, but it came with the vehicle when I bought it, so I thought, why not just include that in the listing? And I charged £24.99 for it. And then somebody bought it on Buy It Now from abroad, and they also paid an extra £12.50, I think, shipping on it, which is great because it only cost. I went with my Hermes International to send it to them because that's tracked, and it doesn't take that long to ship stuff really with them either, to be fair. So I did that through Parcels to Go. It was less than £10 to ship it, and yeah, it's it made me a good sort of £16 profit, I think, in the end, once fees and everything are taken into account. So really happy with that. As I say, look out for these Barbie vehicles if you see them, and if you see this one intact with a flower in it, you're on to a winner. And then the final item to wrap up the sales video, which is great because my voice is going, having done 2 of these now, is this Samsung CD-ROM drive. Picked this up in a charity shop. It's brand new. Box was ruined. I took pictures of the box, but again, they've disappeared from this listing. I've just got the CD drive. But anyway, it was mentioned in the instruction, in the description, that it was damaged and tatty. I put the manufacturer's specs down there. The CD drive instructions were new. They'd never been used. They're in mint condition. So I listed it as new, whether based on the condition of the box rather than the condition of the contents. I had it up for ages, you know. The competition, I had what? There was another seller on of these who had one for £34.99, so I started off at the same price. But I've had it for months and months and months, so I've gradually been lowering the price. Eventually put it down to £19.99 on an auction. In fact, no, I put it to £14.99 on an auction. No buyers, so I put it back onto Buy It Now at £19.99 and had an offer through of £15, which I was more than happy to accept. And yeah, I've shipped that off, and it's given me a £5 profit. But yeah, it's old technology. I paid £5 for it, which is too much really. If it had been a couple of pounds, I'd have been fine. But yeah, I'll probably only pick these up if I see them really cheap now in the future. I have got an external CD-ROM drive I picked up as part of the charity shop challenge as well, that I paid up on. It cost me £10. I'm probably going to struggle to make even the £10 back on. So yeah, I'm definitely sort of still learning as I'm going and picking up these things. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you some useful insights. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a like by clicking the up thumb below. If you have enjoyed the content and the video as well, please do subscribe to my channel if you've not had the opportunity to do so. I'd love that. And if you're new to my videos, then hi and welcome, and thank you for subscribing. Do hit the bell alert button below, and that will give you notifications when I post new content. So I try and do every 2 or 3 days at the minute. I also try and do live videos, so please do try and join in the live videos and the live chat if you get the chance as well. Sort of around a wide range of subjects related to reselling and also mental health. So you know, if you do suffer with mental health issues, then you may find it a good forum to join. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll end the video there, and I'll see you on my next video.